All right, so we just got done looking at what we call the slice method for arrays. And now we're going to look at something with a very similar name, but that behaves very differently. So this is the splice, method. And I'm going to link this MDN in the description. Basically, the splice method changes the contents of an array by removing or replacing existing elements and or adding new elements in place. So there's some examples on this page. You can pay attention to the syntax here, which I'm just going to cover with my own example, okay? So I'm going to start off with a little array here with just some items in a bathroom. So let's go const bath, and I'm going to set this equal to, let's say something like soap, and then we could do shampoo, and then let's do toothpaste like this. Let's do maybe bath towels. And I missed the toothbrush, so I want to put that in there. So let me come back here and put toothbrush. I wanted to put that in there, and I'm missing my comma here. And then after bath towels, let's go ahead and put maybe like hand towels, okay, something like that. And then let's finally put like a bath mat. And you can put a million things in here. I'm just going to keep it kind of simple. Okay, so for the splice method, let's say we wanted to first and foremost remove something, okay? So we just want to remove something. What I can do, I can go, let's say, bath.splice, okay, like this, with some parentheses. Remember, you're calling a function. I can put the index of where I want to start, okay? So let's say I want to start with, let's say, toothpaste. So this is 0, this is 1, this is 2. So let's say I put 2 in there. Now, here's where things are different. When you put the next number in, this is how many items you want to delete. So if I just put 1 in there, okay, it's just going to remove the toothpaste, okay? So basically you would have an array with soap, shampoo, toothpaste would be gone, so it would be toothbrush, bath towels, hand towels, and bath mat, okay? To see this, let's go ahead and console.log the bath, okay, beforehand. Let's come down here and I'll go console.log. Maybe I'll put like a little border here, so a little border. And then let's come down here. Let's maybe do something like console.log, and I misspelled that, so console.log, and I'll do bath again. Okay, so again, all it's going to do is remove toothpaste. So let's pop open the terminal and let's run this guy. And you see in the first case, you have toothpaste in there. In the second case, it's been removed, okay? Now, if I change this from a 1 to, let's say, a 3, for example, well, now it's going to start at toothpaste, okay, the index of 2, and it's going to delete 3 items. So it's going to delete toothpaste, that's 1 item, then toothbrush, that's another item, and then bath towels, that's another item. So now you'll have soap, shampoo, hand towels, and bath mat. Let's pop this back open, and let's go ahead and run this. And you see now you just get soap, shampoo, hand towels, and bath mat. So it started with toothpaste, okay? It started with an index of 2, and it removed 3 items. So it removed toothbrush, bath towels, and of course toothpaste is where it started. So you just have the soap, the shampoo, the hand towels, and the bath mat left. Now the main thing to understand, or one of the main things to understand here, is that you are changing the original array. So you have to be really, really careful with this. If you write like a function or something where you're using splice, you are modifying that original array. And a lot of times you don't want to do that. So you might need to make a copy of the array, and we'll talk more about that later on. Okay, so let's look at a few other things with this. We can also specify things we want to add into the array, okay, using this splice method. So let's say I wanted to start here with soap. So that would be an index of 0. And I wanted to include the shampoo, the toothpaste, and the toothbrush. Let's say instead of that, I wanted to make something generic and just say this is toiletries. I could do something like, let's say, bath.splice, okay? And I can go ahead and put 0, okay, because I want to start at 0. I want to start with the first element here, okay? And I want to delete 4 items. So I want to delete this one, this one, this one, and this one. So 4 items, okay? And basically, after this, I can put another comma, and I can put items that I want to add in, okay? It can be as many as you want. So I'm just going to put 1 in here. I'm just going to call this toiletries, and hopefully I spell this correctly. So toilet trees like this, and I think that's correct. So if we go ahead and look at, if we console.log the bath guy now, we're just going to see that the first 4 guys have been removed, okay? So you're going to see toiletries, and then hand towels, and then bath mat. Let's pop this open and let's go ahead and run this. So see, you just get toiletries in the place of soap, shampoo, toothpaste, and toothbrush. And then you have the bath towels, the hand towels, and the bath mat. Now, when you work with this guy, it does return the deleted items. So one thing I could do is I could go const deleted items like this and set this equal to, and this T shouldn't be capitalized, so let me lowercase that. And now if I console.log the deleted items, you're going to see all the items that were removed, okay? So let's pop this back open. and let's run this and see you get the soap, the shampoo, the toothpaste, and the toothbrush. So that would be useful if you're writing an app and basically you need to remove something from an array or maybe remove something from a copy of an array, okay? And you want to hold those items somewhere. Okay, so a few other things I want to cover before we do one main example. The first thing is, instead of putting a hard-coded number in here, this can be dynamic, okay? So let me get rid of this. And instead of putting a 4 there, let's say we start with something like 2, okay? So we know this is 0, this is 1, this is 2. So we're starting with toothpaste. And let's say I just reference the array length property. So let's go bath.length, okay? So .length. And then I'm going to subtract away 2. Okay, so basically, if we think about this, the length is what? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so the bath.length is 7. We subtract away 2. So this is basically an expression that is going to end up giving me 5, right? So it's just like I typed 5 in there. But if the array grows, it's going to grow with it. Okay, so basically what I'm saying is, hey, start at 2, okay, and remove 5. So remove 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is a dynamic way you can do this. This is going to be better if you're writing like an app or something. So if we go ahead and pop this open and we clear this out and run this, you get those 5 items that were removed. So you start with the toothpaste, then you get the toothbrush, the bath towels, the hand towels, and the bath mat. Okay, one last thing I want to cover here. You can use a negative index. So we saw this with slice. If I wanted to, let's say, get rid of this, for example, and let's say I go back to just this right here. We know this returns something, so I can get rid of this. So I'm going to do bath.splice, and I'm going to put just -1 in there for right now. And let's go ahead and just look at the bath array now. When you think about using a negative number for an index, basically you can think about the last item is -1, the second to last item is -2, the third to last item is -3, you know, so on and so forth. So this right now would just basically remove bath mat, okay? So if we look at this guy, you see that bath mat has been removed, right? Everything else is good. If I put this to, let's say, something like -3, okay, for example, so starting here with bath mat, you're going to get that as -1, then the hand towels are -2, and then the bath towels are -3. So basically it would start here. I didn't specify a delete count, so it's going to remove all of these, okay? So basically you would have soap, shampoo, toothpaste, and toothbrush. Let's just see this real quick. Let's clear this out and run this. So you see it removed those last 3 items. If you wanted to, what you could do, let's say we put 3 in there. And again, we could replace this with something. We could just put like bath stuff in there, okay, just to be generic. So bath stuff. We clear this out and run this. And so you see that the ending 3 items there was just replaced with the bath stuff. Okay, so that's pretty much a good summary of what this guy does. Let's use this in practice. So I'm just going to paste something in here. I'll put this in the description for you. So we have an array with current foods. So let's say you're at a restaurant or something, and these are the foods they serve. So chicken, corn, rice, steak, potatoes, pasta, tacos, and hamburger, okay? Or maybe we put hamburgers. I'm not sure what the grammar would be on that. Then for the disliked foods, maybe these are things you don't like. So you don't like pasta and you don't like corn. So basically what you'd like to do here, and we're not going to do this with a function, we'll see that in the coding challenge. Basically, we just want to go through, okay, and search through this current foods array. And if we find something that we don't like, we want to remove it from the array, okay? So let's go ahead and think about how we can do this. I'm just going to use the for each method. There's a million ways you can do this. Let's start off by just console.logging the current foods guy. And I put that with quotes and I shouldn't have. So current foods, just so we have a reference. And then I'm also going to console.log a little border here. So we'll put a little border here. And then let's come down here. So I'm going to use the for each method. So I'm going to go dislikedFoods.forEach, okay? Now, again, you can use an arrow function in here, or you can use an anonymous function, or you can put a function outside. Let's just use an arrow function to get some practice. So I'm just going to call this element. Again, you could call this food or disliked food or whatever. What you call this doesn't matter. It's the first guy that you're putting in there. So JavaScript knows that this represents each element in the array as you're going through, right? So first it's going to be pasta, then it's going to be corn, you know, so on and so forth. So I'm going to put some brackets here, and I'm going to be using the indexOf method that we talked about before. So remember, if it finds it, it's going to give you the index. If it doesn't find it, it's going to give you -1. So I'm going to say something like const. I'm going to say my index is going to be equal to, I'm going to be searching through current foods, okay, that array there. So I'm going to go current foods dot, I'm going to go indexOf, okay? And then inside of here, what am I searching for? I'm searching for this element, right? The first time through, what I'd want to do is basically look for pasta. Okay, so I'm going to say, is pasta in there? And it's going to say 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So basically, my index is going to hold a value of 5. So I want to use that to basically delete that from the array. So how can I do that? I'm going to say if my index is greater than -1, right? Because if it's -1, it's not there. We don't want to do anything. I'm going to say current, okay, currentFoods.splice. And then what do I want to remove? Well, I want to start at the index position of my index. Because again, if I think about the example with pasta, it's at 5, right? So I want to do splice with 5 as a starting value. And I just want to remove 1, so I'm just going to put (1). I don't want to put anything else in there, so that's all I'm going to do, okay? So now if we come down here and we say console.log, and I'm going to look at the current foods array again, you're going to see that it has removed the pasta and the corn, okay? So if we pop this back open and we run this guy, you see in the first example, we have the pasta and the corn. That's the original array. In the modified array, we see that we've removed the pasta and we've removed the corn. So we're just left with the chicken, the rice, the steak, the potatoes, the tacos, and the hamburgers. So the stuff we didn't like was taken out.